Hi there, this is Kevin once again, and here welcome you all to the another episode of Python Invoice to Data series. And guys, in this video, I'm gonna cover how we can use Google Vision with Python Invoice to Data library for creating your own PDF data extractor. So if you know, we started a series named Python Invoice Data Extractor, in which we have come a very long way. We selected this library named Invoice Data, where in the first video I have shown how you can configure this library for PDF to text. Then we see how we can do basic regex parsing. After that, we created our own custom plugin for extracting different types of addresses fields and different types of fields on the by cropping them on the basis of area. So now I thought once this thing is done, now we got to know like invoice data also supports lot of different parsing methods. So we have covered this only. So guys, I was getting very good results with PDF to text, but I thought of giving a try to Google Vision also, because it's a very good tech giant and Google and anybody can trust on it. But for configuring Google Vision with invoice data is a really hectic task. So I thought, why should not I create a video for you so that you guys won't face any issue like this. I checked like there are a lot of issues open on this library, and there are people just asking, hey, how I need to configure, is there any documentation? I didn't found anything, so I thought I should create one thing. So first let's move on to this flow. So this is the whole flow, how the whole thing is gonna work. So first we are going to have one in PDF or a bunch of PDFs which will be mapped with one template. Then those PDFs will go to the invoice data library. Now in invoice data library, we're gonna configure the invoice data with the environment variable of Google Cloud Service JSON file, that I will tell what it is and how we create that. In that we're gonna configure the bucket ID, the bucket, the name of the bucket on which we're gonna upload the data. Yes guys, what happened once you add a invoice, once you add a PDF to invoice data, using Google Cloud storage and storage, we first upload this PDF to this bucket indirectly, using the bucket ID. And once this thing is done, now we retrieve the URL of that bucket, uploaded PDF, and then we say Google Vision, hey, compute the things on this PDF which is in this bucket. And once this thing is done, then we fetch the output, and finally we use the templating of the invoice data library, and we got the final parsed output. So this is the whole flow. So first let me cover this, how we can configure this Google Cloud thing and get this service credential and the bucket name, and then we're gonna cover this thing. So let's get started guys. And guys, one more thing, the prerequisites for this video is you should have a approved Google Cloud account. If you don't have it, then just sign up and using your credit or debit card, and you will be able to. So first you need to do, you need to type GCP, that is a Google Cloud Console. And as I go over here, I'm not going to show you how you can sign up, that you can check. And once this thing is done, first you need to go to the APIs. In APIs, go to the dashboard over here. Now once you go to the dashboard over here, type Cloud Vision. So as soon as type, you will see this Cloud Vision API. So you need to enable this API. You will get one toggle to enable. I have already enabled this API, so you need to enable this API. And once this API is enabled, now next thing that you need to do is you need to type storage over here. So as soon as you type storage, this is for bucket. So you can see we have we have enabled this API. Now we need to create one bucket and get the bucket name from there. So I've already get a lot of testing buckets, and as I was showing you, like this is the current testing bucket which I did for testing. You can see over here, I'll be having some data over here also. So what you can do, I'll go over here and create a bucket over here. So I'll just create this bucket which we're gonna use in this video. So I'll create one bucket name, test underscore YouTube, and I'll directly click continue and multi-region continue, and I'll just click create. I don't want to go on these steps. Now once this thing is done, now this test underscore YouTube is the name of the bucket. So I'm just going to copy it somewhere, so that I'll later use it. Now next thing that you need to do is, now again, over here, go to the IAM and click on in IAM, click on service accounts. Now you need to create one service account, and from there you need to get one credential. So I'll show you how that can be done. So just don't see, these are the lot of that I have created for testings and all those things. So over here just type the service account name. I will type over here also test underscore YouTube. I'll make it test underscore, yeah. So as soon as I make test underscore YouTube, I'll click on create. And once this is create, now what you need to do, you need to click on the project and click on the owner. So just make it project owner for this. So this is optional, but I'll suggest you to do this because it is really important. You need to make this as owner. Now click on done. Now once this thing is done, now again you need to navigate to that. So I need to check where it is. So I have created the with the name of test underscore YouTube. So it is over here. Now click on this. Now as soon as you click on this, you will get an option for adding a key. Click on adding a key, click on create a new key, and just select this JSON that is already selected by default and click on create. And that's bam guys. Now we have two things. One is like my storage name. So the name of the storage is test underscore YouTube. Another is this JSON file. Now once these things are done, now let's move on for configuring all the setup for Invoice2Data. So over here I have opened the PyCharm. I'm gonna start show it from the scratch. So this video is not related with another 3 videos that I have created. So as one is for PDF to text, another is for basic regex for creating the template, and another is for another the custom plugin that I have created for this library that you should check actually. So I'll click on over here. I'll type like a test. I will again make it test underscore YouTube underscore. I'll make it gvisor. So why I'm using PyCharm guys, one of the, like it's a best ID. One more thing is PyCharm creates a virtual environment by default, and I will strongly suggest you to just do this thing in virtual environment only. Reason, I'll tell you the reason why it is because Invoice2Data library doesn't support any way for adding a bucket name. So you need to hard code that name in bucket in the library only, and I will show you how that will be done. So I'll click on terminal. So if you don't have very good configuration, you can't use PyCharm for some any other reason, then please create a virtual environment, then start working on it, then I will suggest you. So now once this thing is done, now first thing that we need to do is obviously I need to do pip install Invoice2Data, because that is a basic need for our library. So guys, now our Invoice2Data package is installed successfully. Now as we are using Google Vision over here, the thing is we need to install 2 more packages, and the one package is Google Cloud Storage, another is Google Vision. Why I'm saying this, you can see over here, like we need to install one package for this uploading data to bucket, another is for Vision API, and for this only we downloaded these service file. So I'll just show you. So first thing that you need to do is you need to install pip install Google Cloud Storage. So after installing the Google Cloud Storage, now we need to install Google Cloud Vision. But for installing Google Cloud Vision, there is a tweak. Like the tweak is currently you can see it's November 2020 over here, and in September Google Cloud released one more version of this latest version of Google Cloud Vision, which is version 2. But Invoice2Data works with version 1 only because there's a lot of syntax changes in version 2. That's why it doesn't support. So I hope in later they will support it. So you need to install it like this only. Please make sure add version 1 only. Otherwise, I'm sure I've already put in my head on wall for 2 to 3 hours for fixing this. After I got to know it is on version 1, so I'll suggest you don't do this. Otherwise, you will be just stuck in this only and you won't be able to test the things. Now, I think guys, we are already 90% is already set up. Now we need to just write the script only. So I'll go to this place where this whole folder resides, and so this is where my whole folder resides. Now the next thing that I need to do is I need to move my files over here. So where is my file actually? So I need to move all the invoices and the things over here. So I'm just moving the things. So the first thing that I need is a template folder. So this template folder includes all the templates. So I'm not showing you how to structure this. If you want to know what I am doing over here, then please watch my video. Then I will move one more, the invoice structure, where all the invoices are added. And yeah, that I think that is more than enough. And the next thing that I need is I need to go to the downloads and copy this JSON file. This is the file which we just used in the like for service account. Now once this thing is done, now only thing that is left is we need one Python file to run whole thing. So I'll just type like a test underscore YouTube underscore GVC. And guys, don't worry, you will get whole source code in the video description from where you will get. But I think over here more than source code is the setup. So that is important that you will be able to get from video only. Yeah, so this is done. Now the next thing that we need to do is over here we need to import the extract data package first of all. So after extract data package, then we need to read the templates, and so for that we need to import the read templates library, and then we need to import Google Vision, that for importing the Google Vision library. And once this thing is done, now next package that we need is we need to add set up one environment variable also. Why we need this environment variable? You can see over here, if I'll show you over here, it says invoice data needs one environment variable, that is Google application credential. And in this environment variable we need to add this path. So this path we need to add. That's why I added all these things in a folder, so that everything will be much easy to add the path and all. So for that, for adding a path in a runtime script, we need to use OS package of Python. And once this thing is done, the next thing, we just need to create one global variable for importing the templates. So all the templates are in this template. So like I'm gonna use this invoice absent 1.yaml, and I have created this whole YAML file in my previous video. I've explained you step by step guide how this is work, so you can have a look from over here on this video. Second part includes it, so I'll give you the link in the description from where you can get it. Yeah, so after the template thing, the next thing that we have is we need to add one path. So I'll just add one path equal, so the path is this. I'll just copy this path. So there's option for copy path. So as I copied, actually I think there is no need of copying this file. I'll just copy the copy relevant path, copy relative path I have copied. Now once this thing is done, now I need to add this environment variable, that is a Google application credential. And once this is done, now we need to add our basic extract data function. And so this extract data function is going to take the like it will just go to this invoice folder, and in this invoice folder it will take this invoice absent. I think it's the name is different, it's invoice absent 1.pdf. So I'll just change the name. Yeah, I think it's fine now. Invoice underscore absent 1.pdf. Yeah, so after that we need to add this template module, and then we need to add this input module. So this input module is like, which if you want to use tesseract, if you want to PDF to test, you just need to by default input module is PDF to test, so you don't have to add it. But for tesseract, for PDF miner, you need to add it like this. And once this is done, the next is just a simple, you need to print the output. Now there's do you think is it still done? No guys, there's a still configuration that we need to do. That's why I created this video, because there are a lot of things that you need to. So what you need to do, why I suggested you for using a virtual environment, the reason is we need to edit this library. And guys, you'll say I'm no the editing a library is not preferred anyway, but we need to do it. And if you're a developer, then you can easily change this library, or better to use a virtual environment, do the things and just enjoy. So what you need to do, go to your virtual environment, go to the libs and the site packages. Over there you will find the installed invoice data library, and it's over here. Now on this, go to the input, go to the in Google Vision.py. Over here you need to change the bucket name. So the bucket that we have created was some different. It was in the storage, and the name of the bucket was test underscore YouTube. as far I remember. Yeah, so change the bucket name over here, it will give you a warning, but say yes. And that's it guys, let's move to that bucket also so that you will get to know. Sorry, I need to add a storage over here, and the storage we will go move to that bucket so that we will see whether data is coming to that bucket or not. So it, yep, now we gonna refresh this bucket once we run this program. Yeah, I think that's it. This is the all you need to do. And now I'll just run python test underscore google vision.py. Think in the one shot it should work. Let's see whether it's gonna work or not. So you can see it says waiting for the operation to finish, and let's refresh it over here. I hope this time it already uploaded the PDF over here. Just a second, let's see. And so you can see that's bam guys, the PDF is already uploaded. After in this folder includes all the output, and I'm sure at PyCharm we should get output over here. And that's bam guys, you can see we got the output. There are some regex expressions which are not working, but still the thing is Google Vision is working. This is the basic setup that we need to do for making Google Vision work with Invoice Data Library. Yeah, I think that's it for this video. If you like, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. If you have any query, then please let me know. I will try to sort it out as soon as possible. So that's it, bye bye, and have a nice day.